About to do another race at the Dragon Trail Garden in the 911 RSR. Qualified 132.5 and sitting on the grid at P9. The last race didn't turn out so well. So what I'm going to do differently here is I'm going to have to drive a more defensive line through turn 5, and I'm going to have to make sure that I stay out of the way of traffic. Today is day 1. When I race on day 1, I don't take it too seriously. So it's okay if I get passed, but I need to look for the opportunities that I can control, such as just because the wider line is faster through turn 5. What's happening is I'm having cars behind me break deeper into the turn on the inside, and then they're in my way even though I'm faster because I'm coming up behind them. So what I need to do is, instead of driving that line on the right hand side, braking so that I can turn the car and get on the throttle faster through the line, I actually need to move over to the left to block them and make them go on the outside if they're going to pass me at all. So I have not practiced this. It is slower. We'll see what happens. So I have some ideas. I do have a little bit of room. It is going to change my braking point. We'll see. We'll see. They can't drive through me. Alright, so we got a good mix of cars. We got a Mustang out there, RCZ, GTR, McLaren, Jaguar F-Type, and of course a handful of Porsche 911s. So I'm digging my livery. I'm not using the traditional Edwin Quinn black and gold and red. I do like this, and I am driving my dream car, so my goal is the Porsche 911. Let's get it. So right up here is where I need to pay more attention. So I am going to stay on the inside lane. And I see JSM King doing the same thing. And we'll see if we can make it work. And looks like we did. So I think that line is a winner. Definitely think that line is a winner. Making some good passes here. Good clean turn. Lots of cars going off. And again, I'm going to stay to the left. And it looks like JSM King 10 has the same idea as far as using the left side, but I did notice it looked like JSM King takes that line only if there's contenders coming up behind him. And so I have to keep that in mind too. I don't need to drive that line every time. I just need to drive that line if I've got somebody coming down behind me. Because otherwise, the wider line is the faster line through the course. So I'm good with that 133, 195. Just a tap of the brakes. So light. Let's watch what JSM King does. So they're going to assume that I'm coming down the rear. They are hanging out to the right. So they stayed off to the right. I'm going to keep staying off to the left because I really got overtaken quite a bit in the last race because of other cars coming up behind me and dive bombing that line. So I lost a little bit of pace through that section. Really what you should be able to do is just make one continuous turn without turning the wheel too much. Not like I did. So I think I cut it a little bit on the inside too much, and I needed to make an adjustment mid-turn. Either way, I'm satisfied with my time. I'm actually 1/10 of a second slower than my qualifying time. I'm feeling good. So I did need to brake pace for Optimus 84 14629. This is a much better section than the last lap. Trying to catch the slipstream here. We're going to stay on the outside. No, we're not. We've got a car coming up behind. To me, it's not worth it. So I'm definitely comfortable with the 911. I have not lost control of it, whereas with the Huracan, I was certainly losing my tail end quite a bit. I definitely like the adjustment made for turn 5. All right. Like the lap times, all my lap times, at least the last 3 laps, were all under 1:33. My qualifying time is a 1:32.5, and multiple laps. I don't know if it was all 4, except the out lap is always slower, just because you have a longer distance to travel before you even hit start finish. So really, laps 2, 3, 4, and 5. At the very least, lap 3, 4, and 5, I was under 1:33. So 7th place finish, up 2 spots, clean race. The car feels good. Definitely had a lot of grip. I made the adjustment. I didn't get passed at all in turn 1. I think that's a winner. That's a good adjustment. And in fact, on this last lap, I had a car past me had I not closed the door and driven defensively, and then they could have caught up to me somewhere else and passed me somewhere else. But those other corners are pretty good. They're not the best for me, but they're good enough that I never got past, and that was by a Seba Terminator 5. Kyler Boss, congrats on the win. All right, so good race and making progress. So, you know, for what, 3 or 4 races so far for the day, I'll take P7. So nice job. Pat myself on the back because nobody's here to pat for me. Alexis.
No.
Come pat me on the back.